folks, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. So few people actually prepare for World War III. How many of you know where your local bomb shelter is at? I only know of one in my town, and I don't know if it's usable. The other one, which I took a picture of, what used to be at the local bank, is now no longer usable. People do not prepare for any type of disaster until it's already at their door, and then it's too late. I see this within my own family. Stocking up on food, water, medical supply beats against inflation, or say there was a sudden loss of a job. And now we have the threat of World War III. I told you recently how I discovered after my move I had some very expensive prepper items taken. Yeah, it was a very close friend of my daughter. I don't tell people I prep. My family knows. I don't even really tell them too much about what's going on with world events. They just don't want to hear it. They much rather play games on their phones or watch something on TV. But this shows you how serious things are getting. The United States Embassy in Kiev issued an urgent warning on Wednesday morning their time. They are about 6 hours ahead of us here in the United States. The warning was that Russia might launch a significant air attack, closing the embassy and telling employees to shelter in place. How good is that if they actually use nuclear weapons, which they have threatened to do? Just yesterday, Putin changed his nuclear doctrine, where Ukraine uses long-range missiles and strikes within Russian territory. They now have, by their laws that they signed yesterday, they could defend themselves, as they call it, using nuclear weapons. So, sheltering in place, how good is that? Lately, air raid alerts are a daily fact of life in Ukraine, and the capital often comes under drone and missiles attack almost daily now. But the U.S. Embassy rarely issues any such specific alert or temporary shutdowns. At least two other Western embassies, Greece and Italy, also said they're going to close down. These warnings came a day after Ukraine's military used American-made ballistic missiles to strike into Russian territory for the first time. President Biden gave them the long-sought authorization to use such weapons, ATACMS. Putin has long warned that such strikes would be treated as an escalation, and on Tuesday vowed to respond. It's not the Ukrainians that are controlling these missiles. They gotta be, coordinated, and they use American satellites, American personnel to put in the launch codes, things like that. The warning from Russia came a day after a senior Ukrainian official confirmed to AFP and the U.S. they supplied the ATACMS missiles and were used to strike on Russia's Bryansk region. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said the attack showed that the West did want to escalate the conflict. Yeah, they want World War III before President Trump gets into office in 61 days. Russia recently has started to build nuclear-resistant mobile bomb shelters. They're not very strong. They're made from shipping containers. But it does look like on top they have some kind of filtration system, maybe for nuclear fallout, I don't know. And they do have blast doors, but yeah, the sides and the roof are really not made for any type of shelter for a nuclear bomb blast. It might protect you if you're a distance away from maybe shrapnel or radioactive fallout. But you got to figure you're going to be in there for days, if not weeks, before the fallout clears. And how much food, water, and medical supplies could it hold for the people inside? Now, Russia claims that these mobile bomb shelters can protect against a variety of threats, including shock waves and radiation from a nuclear blast. I think the shock wave would depend on how close you are to where a nuclear bomb was dropped. Now, the Russian Emergency Ministry Research Institute said that the KUB-M, as they call them, could offer protection for 48 hours against these and other natural and man-made disasters. Among those listed were explosions, shrapnel from conventional weapons, falling debris from buildings, dangerous chemicals, and fires. Do you see the United States building anybody shelters? No, even during the Cuban crisis, they were putting out plans for U.S. citizens to build their own bomb shelters. These mobile bomb shelters can easily be moved on a truck and connected to water supplies, and can also be deployed in Russia's vast northern permafrost area, it added. They supposedly can shelter up to 54 people for 48 hours. I can tell you right now that's not long enough for fallout. Right now, over Nebraska, it looks like there is a Boeing WC-135R Constant Phoenix. This plane here tests for any type of nuclear radiation that might be in the air. This here is a reconnaissance plane to gather intelligent information. Yeah, I don't know why they're over Nevada. Let's see what we got. McGill, Duckwater, Hamilton, Shermantown, it looks like. Now, some of these planes here, one of them is often called Air Force 2, used for the First Lady. Yesterday, too, there was multiple flights to Cheyenne Mountain, I believe, and Offutt Air Force Base for our military, our president, vice president, people like that. Looks like we got a sub hunter off the coast of Florida. They're often out there. We know that we got Russian subs and ships often off the coast, east coast and west coast of the United States. Yeah, so that's what that one is doing, which is Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Jacksonville. There's a lot of strato tankers up in the air, so this is for refueling for fighter jets. And, you know, I wonder about how many actually have their transponders turned off. Here we got from the United Kingdom, the Royal Air Force, Boeing C-17A Global Master 3. This is used to probably bring in supplies, more arms and ammunition. Yeah, you can see how close they were when they left Poland. Here we have a South Korean Air Force. Looks like they're patrolling the border. Yeah, with North Korea, because North Korea has put its military on alert for war at any time also. This plane here is used to transport government officials and foreign dignitaries. And looks like they're getting the heck out of Dodge. Came from Germany and probably heading back to Canada. Yeah. Here we have a United Kingdom Royal Air Force. This is used for transport of either troops or supplies. Yeah, they got a big base down there with a lot of military planes and whatever down there in Spain. Looks like it came from there and went back to the UK. Here we have another Royal Air Force. This plane here either transports people or cargo. And yeah, I think everyone's getting out of Dodge, and it's probably going back to London. They're getting all their important people out. Currently, it's close to the Netherlands, it looks like. Let's see, let's go back to where it came from. Okay, we got Savonia, Hungary. Yeah, Ukraine. See that? Ukraine, right there. Okay. Yeah, they're going to start World War III, and Yeah, head for their bunkers, which many of them probably already there in their bunkers, and leave us outside on the grass of radiation to glow in the dark. Sweden, I believe it was, they handed out, what, a year, 2 years ago, all the radiation pills to protect your thyroid from radiation. Has the United States done that for its citizens? No, it has not. Is it building us bunkers or shelters just in case of World War III? No, they have not. But, you know, there is people there within the government. They have what they call the gold card, which they go directly and get them and take them to the bunker. And then evidently, too, that undersea cable that was cut, they're now saying that it could have been China that cut those communication cables. Before the ship went through that area, it was in Russia. And then, it went through the Baltic Sea. Yeah, and then the cable got cut. There it is, up over there. Yeah. So anyways, if you want to keep up with somebody, go to NY Prepper. He often has some live feed showing radiation for the different parts of the U.S. and for Europe if something does happen over there. And he's really good on keeping up to date about the movement of people and things like that. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.